Hello and welcome to Module 11. And in this module, we are going to be going over digital marketing, social media, influencer marketing, and then check-ins, discussions, and assignments. This is my favorite part of marketing here. I am all about doing social media, digital content creation, and I work with a lot of influencers. So this is super fun for me. I love it. Learning objectives: define digital marketing and its main components. Explain how social media enhances engagement and brand visibility. Describe how influencer marketing shapes consumer behavior and trust. Identify different types of influencers and their roles in marketing. Recognize key metrics used to measure social media performance. So, starting with digital marketing. Digital marketing is the use of digital channels to promote products, build relationships, and drive customer actions. It's search engines, websites, social media, email, and mobile apps. Consumers are online and brands must meet them there too. The digital marketing funnel: it starts with awareness, attract visitors through SEO and paid ads. Interest: engages through useful content. Desire: shows benefits via reviews or influencers. Action: convert visitors into customers. And retention: to maintain loyalty through remarketing and personalization. For you visual learners, here is a graphic of the digital marketing funnel. So we have awareness, interest, desire, action, and retention. Intro to social media. If you want more information or are really into social media, I highly recommend you take my social media course as well. So this is just going to be a super brief overview into social media, since this is a marketing class. So social media is defined as a form of electronic communication, such as websites for social networking and microblogging, through which users create online communities to share information, ideas, personal messages, and other content such as videos. Social media as a marketing disruptor. Consumers are becoming content creators for brands on social media. User-generated content, UGC, refers to any digital content that is produced by end users of an online service or website. UGC is used to create opportunities for showcase brands and build customer relationships. So not only do I work with content creators to get UGC for the brands that I work for, but I also provide content in UGC to other brands as well. So I work on both sides of this. It's pretty fun. So here's an example here, content I created for a hydration pack, Nathan Hydration, that red pack there. And I went on a trip in the winter time a couple years ago and got to go snowshoeing, and it was super fun. Created a reel. I actually do a lot of work for that brand there. So these are just showing the 4 brands that I created this content for. So I do a lot of posts, and then I get free product and monetary compensation. So I actually get both, which is kind of nice because a lot of this stuff is not cheap anymore. So it's nice to get free product along with monetary compensation. Here are just some more examples here of the different work I do for different running brands. And yes, these are all me. Yes, these were my feet after running the Moab 240-mile race, and all the brands that I worked for. So just some examples here on how you can do this with just a sport such as ultra running. All right. Social media advantages and disadvantages. Some of the advantages of social media: it utilizes platforms that allow for unlimited access and are free to use, makes brands more visible by exposing them to larger audiences, allows for easily identifying and reaching target audiences, heightens customer service and engagement through two-way communication, increases brand awareness and loyalty, improves search engine rankings, and increases website traffic. So a lot of good advantages of social media. However, there are also disadvantages of social media. It lacks an emotional face-to-face connection. It opens brands up to negative feedback. So yes, you do get some negative posts and comments. Requires additional resources to manage. Accompanies unrealistic customer expectations. Risks accounts being hacked or experiencing security breaches. I definitely have seen this, and it's very unfortunate. Deals with the potential of inappropriate behavior, including harassment. Has a viral nature, so brand reputation can be damaged instantly. Unfortunately, I've seen this happen as well. Can be difficult to measure return on investment. So some of the social media metrics that we use are calls to action, CTAs, clicks, URL clicks, engagements, engagement rate, followers, mentions, total reach. And all the platforms provide this information for free. And then a lot of the big brands have purchased software that gives them even deeper metrics. But I think the free metrics are fine, really. Benefits of social media marketing: increased exposure and brand awareness, increased traffic, brand loyalty, marketplace insight, lead generation, increased thought leadership, improved sales, time savings, reduced marketing costs, stronger customer experiences, owned, earned, and paid media. So even though you still have to pay for things like a social media manager, content creators, paid media, it's still a lot less marketing costs than, say, having to go to a physical event, a physical trade show, or TV, radio type ads. So it's still less expensive. Here is a great video to watch, why brands shouldn't ignore social media marketing. So you can click on this link here and watch the video. Organic versus paid social media marketing. Organic social is when users take advantage of the free elements of social media, such as post sharing on Facebook, or two-way conversations with users on X. Good for small businesses and nonprofits, can build a social community and direct them to their website. Paid social involves sponsored or paid advertising content delivered on social networks in the form of images, videos, and carousel ads. Depending on the platform, ads can be targeted to users based on location, buying habits, or personal interests. Unlike organic, paid social directly puts your content in front of users who will most likely show interest. And if you are a smart brand, you're using both of these. So I get hired to do the organic social. I'm not involved too much in paid social. That's a whole different ballgame. So I concentrate on organic social with my clients. However, I do create content to give to the paid social team, and then they do the paid social ads. So I'm not physically doing the ads, but I am still creating the content for the paid ads. All right, moving on to influencer marketing. What is an influencer? It's someone who carries influence over others. Who are some influencers in your life? So kind of think about this. It could be parents, siblings, professors, friends, celebrities, athletes, the list goes on and on. Influencer marketing focuses on using influencers to promote a brand message, product, or service. Celebrity and athlete endorsements were the first forms of influencer marketing dating back centuries. In 1933, Dodge created an ad for their new Salon 6 Brougham featuring Babe Didrikson, a female American athlete and Olympian. Sorry if I said that name wrong. A social media influencer is someone who exerts his or her influence through social media. Influencers are changing the way that companies market their products. Social media gives anyone from around the world an opportunity to have a voice, and brands are taking notice. So here's an example of a YouTube. Oops, I didn't make this a clickable link, but you can just copy and paste this link here. I'll try to make it clickable for you guys. But yeah, click on this link here and you can see an example of social media influencers. The types of influencers, there's all sorts of different types. Mega influencers, so you're going to need to know all this for your quiz and for some assignments in your marketing plan. Mega influencers are people with a vast number of followers, usually more than 1 million followers. Many are celebrities, movie stars, sports people, musicians, reality television stars. Services usually cost up to 1 million per post, and these influencers usually have agents. Macro influencers are followers in the range of 40,000 to 1 million, consist of two types of people: B-grade celebrities who haven't made to the big time yet, successful online experts who have built up more significant followings than the typical micro-influencers, have a high profile, and can be excellent at raising awareness. Most likely to engage in fraud, however, so some have only reached their position thanks to the followers they have purchased. Now, you can't really purchase followers anymore. This is like a little outdated, but you'd still have that number, and we call that a vanity number. So there are ways to vet influencers to make sure that their followers are actually real followers. Micro-influencers, ordinary everyday people who have become known for their knowledge about some specialist niche with a following between 1,000 and 40,000. So this is where I would fall in. I'm in the niche of ultra running and I have 10,000 followers. So definitely considered a micro-influencer. have usually gained a sizable social media following amongst devotees of that niche. Not just the number of followers, but the relationship and interaction with those said followers. May not be aware of the existence of a company before that company tries to reach out to him or her. Company will have to convince the influencer of its worth. Micro-influencers have built up specialist followings, and they will not want to harm the relationship with their fans. I am very honest with the products that I promote. I always have to try the product first, and sometimes I don't like it, and then I have to say, I'm sorry, I can't work with you. That's just the way it goes. Some of the products I really love, so I'll promote them. Also, I am very serious with my followers here and my relationship with them. I do not post discount codes or affiliate links. I just think it looks too salesy, and I want to be authentic with my followers, so I will promote the product in an authentic way. The majority of micro-influencers are like that. Some are not. You could tell the difference. Influencers are often picky about whom they work with. Some promote brands for free. Some expect payment. Becoming more common and more famous, more so for Generation Z, who spend more time on the internet than watching television or going to sports or movies. These are the influencers of the future. Nano-influencers, the newest influencer type to gain recognition with less than 1,000 followers, so they still have importance and they still have influence. Small number of followers, but they tend to be experts in an obscure or highly specialized field with very engaged followers that listen. Can be of extreme importance to firms who make highly specialized and niche products. Here are just some posts, what makes a good influencer. You can read through these posts. This is for Nathan Hydration. Again, worked with them for many years. And you could just kind of go through these, all different types posts here. Ooh, this one's really old. They don't even make that pack anymore. All right, what makes a good influencer? The reach, quantity of people that an influencer is able to deliver a message to. Common misconception, social media influencers need to have millions of followers. That is not true. The reality is reach alone is not a requirement of being an influencer. There are many micro-influencers that have fewer followers but have tapped into a highly credible niche audience. Credibility, level of trust given by followers based on perceived knowledge or expertise on influencers. Credibility is considered more important than reach. Authenticity. A good influencer genuinely believes in the brand that they are promoting and what it stands for, as I kind of explained how I work. Activity. Influencer must be active on social media, publishing content daily or weekly. I would say I'm daily in Instagram stories, but reels and posts maybe every 2 to 3 days, just depending on how busy I am that week. Engaging. When followers mention the influencer or ask questions, it's important to acknowledge followers by liking or commenting back. So it is work. People think it's like, oh yeah, it must be so easy to be an influencer. No, it's a lot of work. Benefits of influencer marketing: increased exposure, brand awareness, improved search ranking, more credibility, effective reach at the target market, new leads, and conversion. So if you're a small brand, say you only have 1,000 followers to your brand, this is when you want to reach out to micro-influencers who might have anywhere from 2,000 to 10,000 followers. Then you're showing up on their page as well. So it's just a great way to get exposure and brand awareness. All right, assignments for Module 11. Assignment 6, create a social media ad campaign. Quiz 11, digital marketing, social media, and influencers. And marketing plan step 4, marketing and promotional mix.